Dad?
Hey, what's up, fam? How are you? Hey. It's your dads. Hey, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little, I don't know, like a taste, a prequel, a little intro to our guest today. I had Brad on a while back, and I was feeling pretty spicy and had some sharp opinions. We talk a lot of crazy stuff. We talk a lot about Brad's kind of story. He had a crazy injury that he's still coming back from. We talk a lot about relationships. He's like all about energy. He's got a, I've known him for such a long time. He's got such a warm, like a warmness about him, but he's also kind of a little bit of an enigma, which is, it could be hard to decipher here and there, but all in all, it's a great interview. We flip in and out of these fucking jokes because we're just kind of on the same wavelength with doing bits, which is, in this industry, it's so hard to find people you can kind of click with and run with. And here at the Up Late Studios, there's no judgment, so we just kind of flip into these weird ass bits. I think like literally out of the gate, I get on him about this. He does some shit about Paul Wall, and I call him out on it, and he's just like, "Yeah, bro, I don't know, I'm just fucking doing a bit." And it's just like, "Oh, okay, we get it." Anyway, other stuff in this episode, we talk love languages, and I said a couple of love languages in this one, and I recently did another interview where they're completely different. So maybe I need to really do some more investigative work. I'm just kidding. I've done a lot of investigative work. What I'm saying is they've changed. My little love languages have, they might have changed a little bit. I've done some inner thinking alongside my inner turmoil. What else in this episode? Talking about relationships, talking about the girl he was with during his accident and like how she just kind of bailed. Talk about old relationships, talk about new me, talk about old you. Who knows? I do know. I just fucking edited the thing and I keep like, oh, I don't know, man. And the reality is it's an hour long. It jumps around, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. And Brad's a really cool guy, really getting in tune with those emotions, really in tune with people's energy. He's like, bad vibes, don't fuck with him. That's what he's about. He's got a lot of sayings too, and a lot of weird analogies. Now that I'm really recalling all of this stuff, I think he stops the pod like 3/4 of the way through when he does some like swing both ways reference. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, here it is. We're back. Jason is Up Late 22 with Brad Grote. It's a wild one. Enjoy. I don't even know if it's is it even on? Did you click it on?
No, it's not on. No. I probably, what was it? Up.
Up.
On, huh?
Up is on.
Up is on.
Up is on.
And we've been golden since the get-go.
I see nothing on that monitor.
Hello.
Maybe you should speak up a little bit.
Check.
Oh, there we go.
Check.
There you go. I think you got to legitimately have to speak like,
legit
right there. Yeah. Oh, there. Oh, see, now I see
There we
you.
go.
Okay, I gotta adjust some.
I was on the side like Paul Wall. Yeah.
Right.
Sitting sideways. Boys in the day, nothing, no. Nobody Paul Wall. 2002, 4.
Paul Wall.
Paul Wall, dude. Yeah.
Dude? Fucking Paul Wall, bro. Name 3 Paul Wall songs.
Oh shit.
Are you fucking with me? Your Paul Wall drop? You got no Paul Wall?
No Paul Wall.
Okay.
No Paul Wall.
I have a question. Have you hit record on the switcher? Okay, good.
Tag.
Thank God this is all on video, so I don't feel crazy later. He's like, okay. How does this look with the mic here? Is this okay?
You can hear us?
All right, cool.
Hell yeah, we're doing the thing.
Hey, so what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jason is Up Late. I don't know how much of this is gonna make it into the intro, but we're all very curious to see how much makes it into the intro. We're back from a long hiatus. Of course, the last time you heard me, I was crying, and then you heard another podcast, and now we're on to this one. This is a long 3 months, but we're gonna catch you up. But in the studio, we have the great, the very blessed, the man of energies, Mr. Bradley Grote, man of a lot of different talents.
This is true.
We've known each other for a very long time.
The artist, a very long time.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Don't forget to put that mic literally in your throat. There you go.
There we go.
Anyway, dude, so what's going on, man?
Dude, just cruising, brother.
I know we've been trying to put this together for a fucking minute.
It's been a while.
Like 2 years. I feel like we've been trying to put it together.
2 long years.
Too long.
You could, if you round it up, maybe 3.
Yeah, let's just call it an even 3.
Yeah, we'll call it even 3.
But it all gets
3.
flat 3. But it all gets erased today, which is very exciting. And I'm so excited to have you in the new Pizza Box Studios.
I appreciate it.
We got a brand new producer, Dylan's here.
Yes, sir.
He's working the switcher. You can't see him yet because we don't have enough money to get a 4th camera to put it on him. But he's young. He's in college. And he's getting paid in American currency until it's no longer good. So that's kind of how it works around these parts. Yes, what are you going to do there? You're going to try to put it in the holster?
Yeah, I'm going to try and holster it.
Okay. So my advice is, hey, lean that up. Yeah, lean that up all the way and then adjust. Yeah. So that thing on the side, that big knob, twist that away from you. It's going to tighten it.
Oh, yeah.
And then, and you can lock that in as tight as you can.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A little tighter.
Yeah. I mean, just give it a little.
She told me that one time, but I just,
Oh, yeah? What happened?
Yeah, I was, what did we say earlier? Backdoor Betty?
Backdoor?
Little backdoor Betty.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Whoa, blam, blam.
Okay, yes. So listen, we haven't really like caught up in like years.
It's been quite a while.
Well, that's not true because I come in and get haircuts, whatever. But
those were different chapters of life.
Those were different chapters.
Now we're on the same page.
A little bit. Yeah, we both have ankle.
Reunited and it feels so good. One snap, just one snap.
And that's it. That's all we're good for. Yeah. But you, I know that we have matching ankle injuries. We just we just figured that out. Well, you have a left and I have a right. So together we are one person.
That's true. Metal man. Unite.
We're fucking weird, right, Dylan? This is so weird. How much of this are we going to keep?
Which rabbit hole do you go down? I don't know, but
I'm not sure either. But let's talk about you for a minute. So let's talk about what you're about. Yeah, so on this podcast, we just kind of pivoted recently. We're doing like more like being, before it was just like come up stories, talking about what you're about. What your grind is, what your grind story is, which I'm still interested in 100%. Yeah. But then there's a second half to it now that's all like relationship based and just emotions and learning about ourselves because we're dudes and we don't ever talk about
raw
this
emotion.
Shit. Yeah. And it's hard to process that, myself included. So what I want to talk about is like, let's talk about you, man. Like, I've seen you like come and go from different shops. I've seen your like barber game like just increase and get better and better and better and better. And now you're kind of running it out of your own spot. Yeah. So how did what's your deal on that, man? Like that's got to be tough. I mean, me as a creator, like, when you have to create your own business, that shit is hard.
Oh, it's really hard. Yeah. I think it's a lot harder than most people like really like stop to think about because it's like a everyday 24-hour doesn't shut off type of thing. And it's actually a mindset that I think you have to learn and like grow and adapt to. Oh. And I don't think everyone, you got to like experience that in order to kind of understand it.
Like you definitely have to try it. You can't just like
I mean,
know
like,
what you're
is
getting
entrepreneurship?
into.
I think that's not knowing what the next day may come. Like you can set your future up, with steps and things like that. But I mean, like, you're always trying to create and grow and adapt and learn and all that stuff. But not every day is the same. And if you don't put the footwork, you don't go nowhere.
Right.
So that's why it's like in entrepreneurship, you got to be busy feet always eat.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, man. Yeah. That's
busy feet always eat.
That's what I tell myself
when
I wake up in the morning. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this. I just want to go and clock in and clock out somewhere.
Right.
Like a simple.
Right.
But then it's like, I know I'm falling back onto something that I don't want to do. Right. So that's what kind of keeps that flame going.
Right.
It's just that daily grind of knowing like I have to get up and go do or accomplish whatever it is that I set forth today. And then the day after. And the day after that until I accomplish or I get to wherever I'm going. Where that is, I'm still not sure. Mm-hmm. That's why I dabble in like multiple things. I do the movies and backgrounds. Barbering's my main profession. But yeah, man, sorry.
No, yeah, you're good.
I had it going. I got combo.
It is what it is.
The mouth.
Go ahead. Pull that even up a little bit more to you. Just a little bit, just like a hair. You can actually put that up on the table. That's what it's there for.
I don't know. Out of the shot, man.
No, it's what it's. I mean, look at this crooked ass lamp. You're good.
I love lamp.
So yeah, you do a lot of different hustles. You're in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I did the Sons of Anarchy one time. I did the Mines twice. I was in the Connors.
Is it because of the big beard?
Yeah, it's the bald head and the beard. I found my niche. So you want to know a little funny story?
Sure.
You'll like this. It was like, so I signed up with my homie. So I work for a company called Central Casting. And you got to wake up really early in the morning, like 4 a.m. And you wait in line, you go through the whole thing, get it, work, whatever, they find you work. And I was going to go shoot my photos because I was trying to find my look.
Right.
And this lady sitting next to me, she's like a smaller, like really pale, pasty, redhead lady. She looks over at me and she goes, "You better change that suit and find your look." And I'm like, excuse me? And she's like, "You know what I do?" She got all serious on me, like real close. Like kind of almost pulled me in. Ooh. She was like, "I play the dead bodies because my skin's so pale and pasty. You know, when you see Law and Order and SUV and all that, that's my body in the woods."
Shut up.
She was like, "I did 78 background rolls this year and I've already made like 70 grand.
No way.
Off of dead bodies, dude." She's just the dead body lady. So now anytime I see any type of like, investigation or anything like that, I look and I'm like, is that her?
Dead body lady?
Yeah, she's the dead body lady.
Dead body lady makes 70 grand? Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God.
Just dead bodied out in the backgrounds and shit, dude.
$70,000 fucking dollars?
Yeah, dude. 70,000. And the year wasn't even over yet, dude.
Dude, that's a bummer.
It was like November.
That
she
hurts
still had like a good month.
fucking soul.
She probably, dude.
That was November. She took December
she still
off.
Had all, no, dude.
Yeah,
she
you don't.
Crushed it.
I mean, as I say,
holidays,
you
come on, dude.
Fucking fuck around with that.
Bro.
God.
She, yeah. And ever since then, she gave me this. I can't remember her name. She only introduced herself, but yeah, I can't.
Mysterious, bro.
Yeah, just the
real mysterious.
But I remember dude, super redhead, pale, pasty body, small, and it was so funny, man. Ever since then, I was like, I got to find my niche.
I bet she's on Unsolved Mysteries, dude.
Oh, she's on all of them. Dude, 48 hours?
Oh, dude. Dragon cash.
Dude, on them. She was in the 70s. How many shows?
Yeah, we're all serial killers. Oh my God, yeah.
Miami, and then you got the Texas ones, and you got all the different. There's so many
California
dead body rolls out there for her.
Yeah.
So when I bought my motorcycle,
so what did you do? Did you rip the suit arms off and were like,
dude,
I went home. I
had to reevaluate, and I was like, I got to get my mind right. What do I do? Mm-hmm. And then a month later, I had bought the bike. And I rode the bike out there. And when I was in there taking my photos again after that month when I saw that lady, I met her and she told me that. I went in and I was wearing my biker shit. And she was like, "Oh, okay. Like, you want to wear that?" And I was just kind of like, "Well, fuck it. I'll do that." I got my bike and I registered my bike so I could use it. And that's how I ended up getting.
It's an extra bump, right?
Yeah, it's an extra bump. Yeah, there you go. A little bump. Yeah, that's how you get a little bump raise. No, most people don't know that. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, you got the lingo. Yeah, man. I didn't know what that was. I just was there, and there was one time there was fog on set and the guy was like, "Oh, that's a bump." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "That's a bump right there. A couple bucks for you. The fog machine's on. Remember that. That's a bump. Tell him you need a bump." Yeah. All right, Mr. Fog Machine Man.
I mean, when I worked background, there's obviously those people who are like lifer backgrounders, and they're tough.
But I wonder if
they know the rules. They're like, I'm in the penalty. I'm gonna get free lunch
per person, 2 drinks, 2 refills. You go over that. That's ignorant.
Boy, you're being an asshole. Okay, I play the game.
Put the vegan chocolate chips down, would you?
It's very fun. You're not trying to be one of those.
No, man. No, I would ultimately like to have speaking roles and whatnot. But I mean, I'm not like, I just kind of leave the door open, man. I just like whatever comes my way. Because they ask me what I want to be, and I don't have an agent or nothing.
Right.
So I feel like it's an energy thing. They just, what I'm meant to be in, I'll be in. And then when I cross paths with someone, they'll take me under their wing or just lead me to where I got to go, to a different watering hole.
Oh, wow.
I'm always thirsty, bro. I'm parched. You see my water.
I see you.
Always parched, dude. Yeah,
very, very thirsty. My man's thirsty.
On different levels. It depends on what, I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you how do you evaluate something like that? If you're like an energy-based person, I
feel like it's whatever you create in your head or you think about and then put forward.
Would you say like you want to like manifest?
I almost
stuff?
think like what someone would say imagination. I think that imagination and manifest aren't too far off in a sense of like, I think when you think about what you truly want to do, you can put it out there and then something eventually like that could come because you're holding yourself to a higher standard. See, people are like, "Man, you look really good. You lost a lot of weight." But I know in my head where I want to be and where I am are 2 different things.
Right.
That's why I shame myself. But I have to be my own worst critic.
Well, shit.
We have to hold ourselves to the higher standard. So that's why I say, like, when I think about things like that, that's what I want. You know, I envision myself in a if other people are actors, why can't I? Why can't you or producer? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. No, absolutely.
Bro, we all can be what we want. It's just putting in that energy and that footwork into whatever it is that is.
Okay.
But if you don't do that, then how do you get to where you're going?
Right.
You don't, man. Yeah.
So like, when someone like approaches you with like an opportunity, are you like evaluating like its worth? Are you trying to evaluate where it is in your, like, let's just call it manifestation, or maybe your like vibration at the time? Are you trying to like put that through some sort of filter, or are you just taking any opportunity and then turning it into something?
I think it's actually like a hodgepodge, a mixture of both.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Because
as a guy,
you gotta
I feel
evaluate
like
something. I think as we get older, you have to stop and truly like think about things when you're making decisions. I think when you're younger, you could just be like, something pops up, like, boom, I'm gonna do that.
right.
You know. But I think as you get older, you have to be a little more strategic.
I was gonna say, I think we're definitely guilty of not thinking through shit in a long-term sense when we're younger.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
100.
Like, you don't see value maybe the same, you know?
Well, and your mindset's smaller.
True.
When you get older, you start taking on more responsibilities or seeing life for what it is.
Sure.
See, as a kid, like at a young age, I always wanted to be an adult. Because I knew as I got older,
you're like an old man kid?
Yeah, I was an old man kid. I was grumpy, dude. Your shoelaces untied, you know, like I was that kid. Yeah, dude. They said get on the red line. I want to get
my best friend's an old man, man. I love him, but he's just like,
I was wearing New Balances
he's been
when I was in the
55 since
third
he was
grade.
like, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Before they were dad
wearing
shoes.
Coach shoes.
Can I get a dad?
I'm just saying, dad.
Dad.
Hey, how long have we been running over there?
Oh, okay.
13? 1-3? Nice.
What are we checking in on the time? 1-3.
No, yeah. Let me know when we get to 30.
13 is a good number. That's, you know. Build a casino and just make all of them the 13th floor. It's 29 floors of 13.
Have you ever seen the movie The 13th Floor?
I have not.
It is
not a big movie guy.
Attention issues?
No, not attention. Trying to read more books.
Oh,
I like watching cartoons, like adult cartoons, more than anything.
Okay, well, that just lowered the entire conversation.
It kind of jumped around. I went from like cartoons
movies
to
books to adult cartoons.
Dude, I low key like watching like, you know, like old like fucking Rocket Power and SpongeBob and all the OG shows. I don't know why I still find like probably a weird thing as an adult, but not a lot. You know, like a quick, like a little 15-30 minute session. You know, nothing crazy.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
A quick cartoon or two. You know,
what are you watching right now?
The other day, honestly, it was Rugrats. It went Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy.
The fuck?
I don't know. That Cartoon Network, ask them. I have no clue. I just went with what they did. The dice was rolled. Rugrats, boom, backside. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, man. Yeah. Have you ever watched Midnight Special?
Nah.
Or no, Midnight, what's it called? Midnight. Pick it up. Midnight.
Yeah. Oh, you're good,
Midnight.
Do your thing.
No, you're good. Midnight.
Yeah, nothing.
So Duncan Trussell.
What a wonderful name. One more time.
Duncan Trussell.
Duncan Trussell. Shout out to Duncan Trussell. Never heard that name.
I could be misquoting myself so bad right now.
This gentleman one day. Well, even if it was misquoted,
but it's his podcast and they animated it, and it's just like these intense, long acid run conversations.
I like that
are like really intense and interesting.
Epic. Yeah,
and then it's like, and they're like 30 minutes long, and it's just like whoa.
There's a lot of insight into that conversation.
Deep. It's intense and deep. He does one about his mom's death. He does one about like life. There's just it's just a lot of cool stuff. You gotta check it out. I'll remember the name later on. I'm watching my producer pack a bowl here so quietly. Yeah. All right, let's get back to it. So,
and you have the logo in the top left.
This guy's smashing it. This kid's he knows what's up.
Now you're just trademarketing.
See,
watermark for you.
The next part I'm going to teach him, it's going to be great. This kid's paying out already.
6 man right now. He's getting the starting role for sure.
He is. He's coming off the bench hard. Paxson just fucking.
Back to back.
So right, I was thinking the same song.
Oh, you asked me what I was watching earlier.
Hockey. You said.
Well, no, you said hockey, but you asked me like a couple shows that what I'd been watching. I did finish the Michael Jordan documentary.
What'd you think?
Did you happen to? Mixed emotions, I guess. Really, I don't know. Like I didn't know what to expect. Because like I wasn't really watching basketball in that era, like a little bit, you know.
I wasn't
really
either,
grew up
but
a
I
Lakers
knew that...
fan. Like Kobe, you know, my generation was.
Dude, Kobe's my soul, bro.
I got the tail end of that, but I always, it's been hockey since day one. So before basketball, I was always watching hockey. So I only spent X amount of time watching basketball.
I felt like for me, it gave me a lot of. I knew he was a gamer. I knew he was a gamer. I didn't know he had hate still to this day for people.
Yeah.
And I was
that's what I think was.
I was like, good for you, Michael. Good for you for not letting go. You know what? Wretched motherfucker. I think you need that
sometimes, bro.
That's that winner shit. That's
what I'm getting at. That's exactly what I'm getting at.
That shit that won't die.
I will eat you alive. Like human flesh doesn't mean nothing to me. Like you are. Dude,
100%. And like that's what a lot of people don't understand.
But that's something that I appreciate, that I see, because I like that hunger.
That's the entrepreneurship.
Give me just a little.
That's the thing, though. That's the killer part. Yeah. You know, where Michael went and killed on a court. You know, it's like you're going to go in and kill in what you do. Yeah. And what a lot of people don't understand is like how you can hold on to that, how you can use someone as a personal springboard to just push yourself so fucking high.
Oh, dude. And they do it as a negative. It's like a negative thing when they say like, I consider that like a negative, healthy baggage. Like that's not a baggage weighing him down because he uses it as fuel.
I was just going to say, it's how you stoke the fire.
Yeah, man. It's like, if he's just slowly sauteing something like, it's getting kind of crispy.
Let me pull it off.
Give it a couple flips. Let's, and he's just kind of whipping it a little bit. Like if I need it, I can.
That's what I'm saying.
But
it's
if
like
I don't, it's there.
That's what I'm saying. It's like he keeps it flipping.
It's like stove number 4 on the back burner.
You need to turn this on? Great. I got a log right here for you. Been waiting to burn this motherfucker.
Because I was going to say, in almost every episode, there's one point where he goes, I use it for fuel. And I was just like, fuel? Yeah, because we need fuel. I don't think people understand what fuel is. You know what I'm saying? It's that hunger. It's like fruits, vegetable, water, and then the power of your mind. You know, your brain.
Power.
I think you power yourself. If that makes sense.
What do you define your power as?
Man, I mean, what were we talking about earlier? Like in a sense, like your energy or what your aura is, like what you carry yourself with. I think depending on how you view yourself is how you dictate your relationships and interactions with people. So like if you put it up, on a higher scale and keep it there, eventually you're going to build to whatever it is that is, and then other people can't understand that because they've never been through it.
Right.
They've never had that, or will never know.
Right. I think one thing
that's what separates him from other people.
Right.
But I think you can take from that, and that's also fed into the communities that they've watched, like people have watched,
Right. But I also think that like Michael, I think now he can tell people how it works.
Back then he couldn't.
I don't think
it wasn't a formula back then. I think he was really living life. So when you talk about a spiritualist, he was living through his energy. Because when you watched it, everything's in the moment.
It's real in the moment.
That's what
I respect a lot.
And then it turns off.
And then it's gone.
But people don't know that. Like, hey man, just because we just had a negative interaction doesn't mean I hate you or we have to become friends. Like we're not friends.
Right.
Yeah, but people are like, oh, he said something rude. My feelings are hurt. I never want to talk to you again.
Right. Or I hold up, or I build a wall, or I immediately stop communicating.
Or I store a little piece of negativity or hate, or
I'm definitely guilty of holding that.
I think we all are. And if you say that you haven't, then you're Yeah.
I think you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say, bro, you're not being truthful.
So I was going to say, is like, what do you define your own personal power other than putting yourself into energy and like thinking of yourself into like for me, like, having confidence in yourself into like a positive light. I think, definitely like carrying yourself to a higher level, higher vibration is going to get you further. I think also like for me, like setting intentions before interactions or like thinking about what I want something to go.
You're alley-ooping yourself.
Oh, what do you?
Well, like if you're talking about your pre-intentions to something, that means you're kind of going in with already a conception of whatever it is that you're about to do or approach.
Right.
I think that's beneficial as well too. I feed off stuff like that because what I do is like I really sit there and I think about like how do I view myself going through that situation? And it used to be like negative thoughts because I carried around weight inside, you know what I'm saying? Like not like physical body weight, but weight emotionally.
I feel you. Yeah.
And I don't think people, that's where the disconnection is in the world, is they gather this, but they never face it or learn it or conquer it. And that's what I've kind of been doing is going through what I feel like holds me down or what I can talk about or put out in the world. And I think once you're comfortable with yourself, if you can love yourself, you can love other people. And I think that's when you start being positive.
I think that's the first step, right? Is you got to kind of accept a lot of the shit that you are.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Some people, you are kind of genetically DNA'd to be a certain way.
Sure.
I mean, that's a given. And I think people try and fight that sometimes.
Right.
I can't fight that I lost my hair. I can't fight this or that. But, I do know that I have these feelings or these type of ways that I naturally think or feel or have thought. So I'm trying to embrace those more as a person, which I feel like have helped led me to where I am today.
Ooh.
Like in the 6th grade, why was I good at art, but I failed math and history and all that shit? Well, I'm probably a creative person. I do better working for myself. That's why I branched out and did my studio. It's not that I don't work well with others. I think my drive and my want and my will are hungrier than other people.
Ooh,
They're already fed.
I definitely feel like I'm
very
on that.
hungry. I'm very, very hungry.
I think that's where you and I
and not appetite thing. I'm willing to start myself. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like I want to be better at this. What will I do to get through this or to go there? How do I get? Everyone wants to go A to Z. I want to do B to Y.
Right.
That's what I want to do. That's where you really learn and you grow. And I get a lot of that from other people who we see in society. You know what I'm saying? Like take like watching that Michael Jordan. I can take parts of that and put that into me and make that who I am. But I don't got to take the negative. You can take little things like one person, Joe Rogan, you know what I'm saying? We sit here and do a podcast. I've always wanted to do one because of him, but listening to him and seeing his life, you know, it's like, it's crazy to see how he's adapted to everything and grown and done all that kind of stuff, you know?
Definitely.
So it's like, he's kind of like, and not like an idol, but that's someone where like, I see like, okay, there's all these different aspects. That's where it allows me to be open-minded to things too. Well, this person can do A, B, C, D, you know, all the way through the alphabet, yet they're still a functional person in society. Right. And they have respect and manners and they do this and that, and they're still professional. Right. So it's given me this open-mindedness of like, I want to do what I think is right for my life in this aspect and everyone be okay with it. And the only way by doing that is earning that respect. You know, it's not given. You know, you got to go out there and do it like every day. So
and live it. I mean, that's the other part too. That's is like, my fuel. Yeah, you gotta like a lot of people talk a lot of shit and then they don't. They just do not follow through. Dude, and that is like one thing that irks the fuck out of me. Is like, you gonna do it? Do it. Yeah. Don't say it. Do it.
What? Busy feet. Always eat. A lot of people have something to say and they're just chilling. They're just in the background. See, I used to be the kid. You want to know what kind of drives me, what I've been feeling myself off lately, dude? Is when you grew up, here's a question for you. When you grew up, which kid were you? The kid that raised his hand or the kid that let everyone else answer things?
For me,
all elementary school, middle school, high school, college, whatever you did, anyone out there.
I definitely never raised my hand. Which kid were you?
I never raised my hand.
I always made jokes.
I was the jokester too.
I was just like, I don't give
Brad,
a fuck.
shut up. Yeah, it was just one of the,
and then you ace the test. They're like, you're autistic, Jason. Oh, is that what that is?
I'm just open-minded.
I see. I'm really good at scantrons. Tests just make sense to me.
It's not a bubble, it's a buble.
Yeah, that's it.
I never raised my hand. Even if I knew, I was too scared to not know. And I think I would say scared now that I'm looking back on it, you know, at 31, just turned 31, August 4th. Shout out to myself. Happy birthday, Brad. Thanks.
Hey, man. Happy birthday, Brad.
I don't think enough people shout their birthday out to themselves. You know,
well, that's a lot of self-love, bro. That's something I'm learning too. I'm learning a lot.
Can we talk about something real quick?
Sure, man.
Dude, are you your own best friend?
Man, recently, bro, just recently, I realized like
love thyself.
Man, I'm a visual person. Like I can visualize literally anything. I can see anything. And I've been trying to visualize like my hardest for the last like 2 months is like the new version of myself. Yeah. And like I finally fucking see him
coming out of your cocoon.
And he's just like, he's so handsome and so loving and just like, hey bro, I want to help you out. And I'm just like, all right, man. Like all right, let's figure this out. So it's new to me. Yeah. It's new to me this late in the game, but it's for sure it's helped me like, you gotta do this part. You gotta be your best friend. Because at the end of the day,
you only got you.
This is you.
Who wakes you up?
Yourself, bro. That's it.
So people trip out like they're always like, oh, you went and did that. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, who'd you go with? I'm always like, I went by myself. Like, and they're like, what?
Yeah, dude.
So on my birthday, I went to Catalina by myself, and people were like bugged out, like, yo, like you went to Catalina by yourself. I'm like, yeah, I wanted to go.
I took myself.
I wanted to go, and I loved it, and I enjoyed it, and I did every minute of it was all me. And it sounds mad selfish and shit, and I think it really truly is. But like, I came to terms that like I am a selfish person.
A little bit.
Like, oh, I love peace and quiet.
Like, I love peace and quiet.
I love peace and quiet. That's why I can't have no kids, dude. Like, no, yeah, dude. No kids, bro.
Let me check it with this guy. What's our time run right now? 26. 27. Okay, so let's do this. I love where this is at with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
But let's talk about,
if you swing both ways, you're guaranteed to hit.
All right. Didn't know you were going gay.
No, not at all. It's just the rule of the bar, apparently. As a doorman doing security for 10 years, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that, dude. It's just that something in the community out there. I don't know, dude. I don't judge nobody.
Wait,
I've heard that. You've never heard that?
So weird
It's
that
the
you
first
would
time you
bring
heard
that
that?
up.
Oh, I don't know. It just
That to me is like you're bisexual.
Oh,
like
yeah. I mean, that's what I think they're inferring, or And
are you inferring?
oh
that
no,
you're
not me. No, just
okay. You were just saying that. Just okay.
Yeah. You were talking about switching it up. So
all right,
switch
bro.
it right now. I didn't know which way you're going.
No, I feel you. I feel you. All right. Yeah. I went that way.
Yeah, I threw a curveball.
So before this though, you were like, I've known you for a long time, and I just want to set up the second
man.
half of this convo.
Yeah.
Is you weren't this way.
Yeah, no, not always.
You weren't.
I used to be a very negative person.
You were definitely like an
Lots of
unhappy
anger.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I
For
think
sure.
that's like what was part of my fun too, was like we always used to like
We could poke each other.
Yeah,
we
could be like angry
it's like,
boys.
hey, you want to hang out? Yeah, I fucking hate the world.
Yeah,
like,
dude, pretty much.
Let's just talk shit on people. It makes me feel better.
Or like win
Not
at
always,
beer
but,
pong, or just
yeah.
like be wild.
Being the beer champion,
Yeah.
beer pong champion, masters, and
Just-
trolling people, get under the table,
just
cups.
making them feel like assholes.
and just
And I don't know. What's your journey to here?
Dude,
Is my question.
yeah, the accident I got in the motorcycle accident last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you have that near death experience of what someone calls like the white light, like the other side. Like,
Jesus.
yeah, not quite like that, but it's like I had a moment, and I think it was a moment of realization. And I think when you have that moment, it changes like your outlook on life for sure.
Uh-huh.
And for that could be on different levels for anybody, dude. That could be recovering from drugs, could be motorcycle accident, getting shot. I mean, like heart attack, a sneeze, shit, I don't know.
Right.
But it's just like kind of one of those things where it's like I had that moment of like realization of like, damn, the life is like the world and life is bigger than what we like truly think it is. And there's more out there to it. And I think it's like, it just kind of switched up how, like I said, like my vibrations in a sense of like what I want to put out into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you want? So the doctor asked me, he said, how do you want to be remembered? And he, like when you leave, he's like, what's the last text you sent somebody? And I was like, damn, that kind of hit home. Because it's like, think about it, man. What's the last thing you said to somebody? Was it negative or positive? Was it uplifting, or were you putting them down? Was it, were you Switzerland? Were you neutral? Were you in a gray area? Did you just kind of say, hey, what's up? Blow them off. Like, when you interact with people, I think they're like, you touch a little bit of energy, you cross paths with that person. You have like a moment, whatever that is.
Well, I think that's the whole thing is you do share a common moment or a reality.
And for some people that's religion. For some people that's this or that. It's like, spiritualist, however you want to, gypsy life, however you want to view anything. I think no matter what, at the end of the day, you can talk about like we all can like agree that when you interact with someone, there is a form of connection, whatever it is that is. So I just kind of, it's like, how do you want to, like I said, how do you want to be remembered? Or like, what's the last interaction you wanted to have with someone? For me personally, I wanted it to be like positive, or like not so much life-changing, but I wanted to have an impact on people, but I wanted it to be good, because I walked around for so long, like with hate,
you're not feeling
and negativity.
good. Yeah.
And no, it's not feeling good. It's like maybe like not understanding. Or not like knowing.
I was just saying, maybe
you were talking about feelings earlier, not knowing how to channel myself into what direction. Like I learned how to cry. Does that sound crazy?
No.
I think that's okay. Like before, I would never tough guys. They don't fucking cry.
I think it's also becoming like aware though.
It was like a stigma.
It's becoming aware. It's becoming aware of yourself and aware of your emotions, and like again, like you said, like be your own best friend, right?
Like I've had homies die. That hurts. It's okay to shed a tear, bro. If I thought about certain people right now that have passed away, I could probably cry, like right here on the pod. But it's like, it's getting in touch with that and knowing like that's okay. That's okay to have something like that or to go through something. But I wouldn't have learned that if I didn't have that moment on the motorcycle. Getting hit, going flying, 4, 5, 6 car lengths, hitting the ground, not knowing if they're going to run you over, all that kind of stuff. So it's like you have these moments, then passing out and stuff. It's like you wake up and you realize like, damn, that could have been my moment, but it wasn't. So now that it wasn't my moment, what do I have to live for?
Damn, dude.
What do you live for? Yeah, I know it's intense. So that's what, when we talked about fuel earlier, right? What do you fuel yourself with?
Right.
That's what I fuel myself with. It's like, what do you live for? What are you doing in the moment? Where do you see yourself going, and how do you want it to be? I see myself as like my life is a movie. It's a movie reel. That's why I'm always playing music. That's why I try and like walk to like an upbeat tone. That's why I try and carry myself a certain way, because everyone's viewing us. like when we watch each other, we're all mini movie reels, however you want to say that. Some weird psychedelic mushroom acid thing, however you want to view that, you know. But
Dylan's reel would fucking suck right now.
Bro, dude.
Dylan's reel would fucking suck so hard right now. If someone was viewing this from the future, they're like, this poor fucker.
Yeah, this guy? Did he? Yeah, he's got a piece of something, Jesus, bro. What does he know? Christ. Yeah, and I haven't even visited Area 51, bro. I haven't even, I don't know nothing about that.
That's just the place.
Experience, man, and what you go through and things like that. So it's just like, that's what I tell myself every day. So I wake up, I tell myself that, and then I go out and get whatever I got to do. So it's like, that's why I said I got into the movies and background, because it's like, if I view my life as a movie and then I project that and I put myself in that situation and I do the footwork, I'll eventually walk to where I want to go. And if I walk, maybe I can jog. If I jog, I can run. Once I run, it's done, dude. It's a 100-mile dash. I'm out of here, bro. I'll break records. But then when I break the records, I take everyone with me, man.
That's it.
All of us. And then imagine, so 10 years from now, when we're in like a huge podcast studio and we're doing like remember our very first one, and we were stoned to the bone and we were talking about this and that. We were going through live and talking about females and feelings and emotions and all that. And then we actually are living the moments that we are trying to project to ourselves, because only you know your moments, right? And only people out there know theirs. But it's for them to go out and do whatever it is that they view themselves. I'm living motion right now.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Let's pause right here. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna switch up the pod. I got some good questions. Maybe about
I got some good answers for
shared
you.
reality building.
I got one random good question for you too that I really want to ask.
Hold on to it. We'll be right back. With Brad and the worst reel out of all of us.
Yeah.
Producer Dylan.
Producer Dylan.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking energy, we're talking life and like living in the moment, like MJ, being present, being self-aware, I think, and talking
acknowledging
emotions,
the presence,
right? So what do you I want to just kind of just get into relationship stuff. Like you had a gnarly thing happen to you after the motorcycle accident, and your chick just left.
Yeah, just dipped. I think a lot of that comes from being unhappy. So like, when we talked about what we're talking about, like
what was her energy? I mean, I don't know if you like were
very, very helpful. I mean, like involved and stuff like that. Right. I think at the end of the day, it breaks down to both characters. I don't think I think when you sit there and try and blame like one or another, I think it's really always both. And I think that's what that relationship opened like up to my eyes, in a sense of like, even if someone did all this stuff, it's not that you allow it, but like you're going through it with them too. Mm-hmm. So that's what's weird about relationships. It's like you're taking your whole as a person and someone else's whole, and you're creating one like entity together, so it's really 50-50. You're taking, if you want to break it down, I mean, like not by like, marriage laws, but like you're investing half yourself or like a percentage of, yourself into this person. So you're taking away from yourself. So you can't be a whole at that point. So you have to lean on them a little bit so they become a crutch. Well, crutches can be toxic to an extent. Not a crutch. How do you?
I don't know if you're leaning on your partner as much as like you're compromising to make that whole.
People do, because I've done it before, and I'm guilty of that. And I think that could be a toxic thing. Yeah, like lean on them. Like I need help in this department.
Can you flip that fan on again? I turned it off, like thinking it was going to help the sound, but I'm fucking baking. Yeah,
yeah, dude.
These goddamn lights, Kevin Bacon.
I'm Kevin Bacon.
That's what I figured, and plus I'll have a bunch of filters on it, and you won't even see it. This guy's look at it. He goes autistic. I love that. Yeah, the guys at Sullen be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, man. Part of like what I wanted to do. It's like I understand like when you're representing brands and things like that. Like you still got to be yourself, dude. And I like to be a funny guy. And I think when we do things like this, like I really live my life. So I embrace this term. I call it creative freestyling. That's my everyday moment,
bro. That's called improv.
Yeah, it is improv.
You renamed the thing.
Isn't that what everything is in life anyways? Just re-innovating?
Well, I mean,
every 50 years, you know?
I don't know about innovating. I think it's like, if you're not improving your life, bro, then you're a robot. I don't know what else to say. Dylan, what's your vibes? What's your day to day? Are you improving your life? Or are you pretty by the book?
You got a code. He's
on the fly, like
right?
flowy guy.
Fly fishing, you gotta tease the fish a little bit. You gotta.
Bro, you have some of the weirdest analogies and shit. Like that gay one from the first half was like,
that shit was funky,
sure. Dude. I was like, is this fool telling me he's bisexual?
No. Are you swinging?
Yeah, no. I thought it was odd too, but like with what you said, it's like it was like something I'd always hear it like when I'm doing security.
I feel you, man.
So I always thought it was just like a funny thing to say in a sense of like, there's not like ignorance behind it. Cause it's like, I know where the terminology is coming from or how people use it, but it's like, you hear it when you're working doors, bars, clubs, nightclubs, all that kind of shit. And it just was always like, why do I keep hearing this? Because this is what they told me. So if you like one or another, right? Then it cuts down your odds. If you like everything, it's 100%. And I was always like, damn, but you do you.
Hold on, bro. But wait. I like 100% of one half. So my odds are always going to be high as fuck.
I know. But still, like, you can still double that.
What is by including what is both? Want though? Then
that's
what is
they
like,
would tell me. That's what people would,
Anyway, but yeah, man. So like, I think that like getting back to like partnership and stuff, I think that like when you do, you're right. You build something, you try to become a one entity, and then sometimes you do lose yourself. Like I'm definitely guilty of that. Coming out of the thing I was just in, like not even knowing, what I lost, you know, and just rediscovering it was like, oh.
You weren't you lost sight of what you had present in front of you?
I think I lost a lot of sight of like my ability and like my confidence and my ability to handle situations. I just kind of started like relinquishing a lot of that power. And I think that like I gave a lot of my power away with nothing in return.
I feel like that a lot of the times, but I wonder if the other side feels that same way. So if you had that mutual,
I mean, if you talk about it, like I do therapy and stuff, and I've talked about it.
I just learned to do therapy this past year or two.
Yeah, so
I think an outside perspective is always good. It's like a third party.
It's like a best friend that's not going to judge you.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. I'm like, whatever. But I think that, you try to explain yourself or your feelings or your emotional state isn't validated by a person or your partner or stuff like that. Like that's when I fell into like pitfalls of like, I am a caretaker. Do you know your love languages?
Yeah, not quite. Okay. No, I mean, I've heard people tell me, and
for me, it's like
I've done the tarot cards
of service, and like words of affirmation, and then like words of affirmation, like quality time are like in the same. So that's like what's important to me from a partner, right? Is like if it's like, hey, I'm gonna go get your car washed. Yeah. And then like
fill up your gas.
Right. And then like
even though it's my money and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
And then you don't do it. Like that's so upsetting to me.
Well, yeah.
Because that's what's important.
Someone up for failure.
No, I'm not. It's like that's how I show love. That's how I want to be shown love. Right. It's like if you're gonna do something, do it.
True. Yeah. Well, don't say something.
If you're not gonna do it,
do B.
Or don't half-ass and say, oh, I wanted to do this for you, but I didn't have time.
I didn't make the time.
And then how hurtful is that to hear that?
We're our time managers.
Right.
So if you didn't do it, then that's just like a petty excuse. Or it's like kind of like a backhanded, not a compliment. How would you say it? Is that petty?
No. So I think another thing is like, so words of affirmation, like, hey, you look good.
Yeah.
You're smart.
Yeah. You're intelligent.
I love you.
You look great in that.
Yeah. I mean, that
your
stuff.
food that you cooked today was delicious.
Exactly. And right there, same with it is quality time. So it's like when we hang out, like I want to hang out with you. Like I don't want to fuck with your phone. I don't want to fuck with the internet.
Just chill. Have a conversation.
I want to be in the moment with you right now. I want to make this moment, this thing that we're going to create, this reality that we're creating together. Yeah. I want it to be important and special to you the way it is to me. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to block everybody else out because this is for us.
Have you ever felt like you've gotten that in return? Like through like purity, like a pure heart?
What do you mean?
Like I feel like what you said was like really intense. And do you think that any other relationships you've been in or just anything in like, well,
I'm an intense guy.
Yeah, I know that's very intense. I know, but it's good though. It's
I say things intensely, but it's not like I'm like that's what I'm forcefully trying to do. What I meant to explain was like I think quality time is very important. It means that much to you,
so you feel that way. That's why. Right. That's how you build that up. If I'm going to take
time out of my day because I have 100 things to do. I got to produce a pod. I got to make this. I got to do this. But I'm going to take 3 hours out of my day. I'm going to give it to you. Yeah. Like, let's make something.
I just don't think people value that like certain people do. You have to want to value that, or you have to want that in return. And if you don't,
well, then
you're never expecting that, or you're never trying to give that to somebody because that's not what they want, or that's not what they've experienced.
So then how do you expect to get the kind of love that you want from your partner if you don't know what you want?
That's true. See, that falls back into kind of like what I was thinking. Like, we touched on like the percentages. Remember I was talking about kind of percentages. So if you're 100 with yourself, I think you can give back to somebody. Imagine if you were like at like 50% capacity.
Oh yeah.
Or like you were at 50%, right? And you got in a relationship. You're giving her 25% of you.
Barely.
What is that? That's
Have you done that?
A quarter? Oh yeah, for sure. I'm guilty of that. Yeah. So that's what I was going to say is I think what happened, we touch on the first conversation with the relationship. I think the accident caused me to bring up toxic traits that I buried and didn't overcome or face.
Ooh.
Which brought things out, which therefore I was told that, or, had revealed that I just wasn't the same person. And I understand that because I was reliving old habits and that's what crushed me. And I think that with that being said, led to unhappiness. And at the end of the day, what's the key in life? It's to be happy at whatever it is that you do, correct?
Right.
You just want to be happy. Like you wake up, dude, say you were up for 24 hours a day. You want all 24 of those hours to be happy. Obviously, there's other emotions, which
that's just not reality. But
it's not,
I mean, 24 straight hours of happy would get boring as fuck.
That'd be crazy. You think so? Yeah.
I would be bored.
I guess, yeah. You got to get mad. You got to get angry. I would be bored as shit.
Yeah.
But you know what
I'm getting at by jealous.
that? Like
I want to feel like sexy for an hour.
A little sassy or something, bro.
Like, I want to be just like, I don't want to be fucking droned out, fucking Xanaxed out happy. I don't want that shit.
No. But you get what I'm trying to say, like in a sense of like what that releases and how it makes you feel. You want that feeling,
right?
Like you want to go through with like that positivity all day, which like being happy, like being joyful, like enjoying your time alive every day,
being validated.
Yeah, be like in the moment. We're talking about that. So it's like you want to feel that every day, but you got to learn that. You got to embrace. You got to go through experiences and stuff. So with that being said, she just wasn't happy. So that's why people leave. And at first it hurt. And then it was like, oh man, like, damn, that's fucked up. You did this, you did that. Like you come up with all these reasons and excuses. But at the end of the day, it's like, you just want to see people be happy and you want happiness for them, or you want to be okay with yourself. Yeah. So you can go about living your day and your life, more fulfillingly. So if someone's bringing you down, I mean, eventually you got to cut that off. Yeah. I think there's a lot of toxic traits out there in people that you don't realize. I think you could still have friends and balance areas with those friends. Like, hey, you're a good person when we do this and that, but that's not my style of life. Therefore I can't do that with you.
I feel you.
And you can still dabble with this person for that. But I think people get so caught up in like, it's either yin or yang. Like there is no like gray area. Like I could still associate with someone, even though we're not, on this level or that. But
I mean, but that's kind of, and I'll put it like this. That's us coming from a certain neighborhood and our ability to go with that. Cause coming from someone.
A lot to do with where you grew up.
I was gonna say,
and how you were raised as well.
Well, coming from someone who was just in a relationship with someone who did not grow up at all like this is completely different. Like
two sides of the tracks,
it's
man.
Bro, like they don't get down like that.
People don't understand that. Like when people are like, oh, like, where are you from? Long Beach. I can go anywhere in the world. And I say, that's where I'm from. Cause that's where I'm from.
It's universal.
People understand like, oh, the way you conduct yourself is because of that. It's that city. And everyone has that. Regardless of what city you grew up in, you are low key a percentage of that city. And when you carry yourself throughout the world, that goes with you.
Yeah. And you wear it on your chest. Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of who you are,
Yeah.
But like, I feel like, I think that like getting back to like your purity of heart, like what were you trying to get at there? Like I'm trying to, when I'm with a partner or with someone, like I'm trying to like, before I would like, I would give them like 110 and leave myself maybe 15,
Yeah.
And then like when I'm not getting stuff in return, like where I get all my gas from, which is like, because I'm like a caretaker, I like to like give. When I don't get any of that validated or
cut it off real quick.
It's just like,
I've been given for 99% and then that 1% it took to break it and then you're just out.
I'm out.
Yeah. I'm like, you wipe your hands, you're done, you step away. Like you could just literally like as if you just turned that you went 299 page 300 and it's a completely different chapter.
Just kind of
flip that switch.
And I don't even know why it's like that.
And you'll almost leave all those emotions there.
Kind of.
And that's what I think can be unhealthy. I think you need to touch on that. Understand what you went through.
Therapy.
Embrace it.
That's why I'm in therapy. I think that
therapy.
Dad, I'm in therapy.
Where are you, Dad?
I know where he is.
That's my pops.
I know where that motherfucker is.
I will. What is it?
I will find you.
I will find you and I will kill you. Never seen that movie. That's why I couldn't do it, but I know it's out there. There's a quote for that.
So what are you doing now for affection, bro?
Affection.
You paying for it?
Nah. Yeah. I just, you know what, dude? I'm chilling.
Not to like hard turn it. Hold on, Dylan. What's our time at? Thank you.
15. Okay.
No, we're good. It's perfect.
Okay.
Perfect turn.
We're smooth
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Easy money. All right, I like that.
14-30.
Ooh, but who you
Even
rounded
better.
up? Oh, you're rounder upper. I like
Look at
that,
you,
dude. That's
Dylan.
cool. Hey,
Look at
always
the
round
big
up.
brain on.
Leave yourself a little bit of leeway,
Dill.
dude. You need some. Yeah, man. This ain't fucks with this guy.
Heavy
Heavy, dude.
I
Feels
heavy
tight.
fuck with this boy. Heavy.
This feels tight. He's doing grade A right there. He's
Grade
doing a good
A,
job.
dude. So I guess like let's just kind of round that out with like, you know, I think that in any relationship, like you said earlier, like you were in a position where it brought up a lot of old habits and old parts of you.
My toxic traits came out.
That your
man.
partner didn't love.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't think anyone would want to love them. Imagine like dating someone going through a
bro.
Obviously so a lot of people used to tell me like, man, you went through a life altering experience. It's okay. And I'm like, sometimes, like I said, it falls back to that MJ higher standard. I mean, where do you hold yourself? You should always, even through the lowest point, you still have to hold yourself to some form of standard. I know you're going through things, but when you find that out, you know, you need to.
But I think you get that in reflection.
True.
I think you get that in 2020 hindsight. I think
Yeah.
you get that in when you accept what has happened.
True.
And that
True.
only through acceptance you understand that your fault and your shit that you fucked up on. Did you lose a cam?
We all break. We all learn.
It's all good. Just use what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I think you learn a lot in 2020 and you learn a lot in reflection. At least I think that like being even open to that is a huge thing. Even being open, being like, oh, I fucked up, or this is my fault, or this is my part.
You know, and that's what I think I really have been embracing. Like once it falls back on the raising your head as a kid. Hey, that's my fault. I fucked up. Help me learn, fix it. Let me grow and adapt and move on from that.
Right.
Because when you handle the situation, you can put it behind you or move on from something. If you don't, it just lingers.
It just sits.
It just sits
right there in your chest.
Stews. It's like a good gumbo. Like you just,
even
if you don't stir it, you know,
shitty emotion. We only have one cam. Is the center cam? It's the center or mine? That one went out?
No, this one's still up.
Yeah.
But this one's in? That one's out.
That one's out.
Oh, okay. But these two are still
that one's
up?
off.
Oh, well then fuck it. Just put it on the center. We're good. We don't need to. Yeah, we're fine. What was I just trying to fucking say something? I don't remember. Emotions, life.
I was talking about that weird layer of like the top of the broth of the soup, that weird hard film.
Yeah.
Do you eat that or do you just scoop it to the side?
That to the side
and then get the underneath?
Yeah, unless I got bread, you know.
Right.
Unless I got some bread.
I want to know what kind of the people out there that eat that part. Is there more vitamins in it?
I
Is it
don't
healthier
know.
for
They're
you?
healthier, I guess.
It's like eating the skin of fruit or something. Okay.
Eating the skin of fruit.
We're
That's
just kind of
funny.
dude. Well, some people hate. I think we're talking about like you said, what do you do for affection right now? I kind of cut that off in a sense right now. Like I'm just investing all like. I guess I'm putting that affection into myself until I can learn to give it to like a female in a more like fulfilling way, I guess. Like I feel like if I really get down to the nitty gritty and I find like, you know, flesh, bone, and skin, I get all that, you know, and I get in tune with myself and I really like dial everything in, then I can give the next person or people after that, you know, more of whatever I feel like that is.
Well, one thing
compassion, love, understanding, being empathetic. That's one of the last things like my last girlfriend taught me. So I'll be honest, I knew what the word meant and stuff like that. But I like when someone gives you a compliment.
Were you not an empathetic person?
I think I was a little bit, but like
I think you were very much so.
I think I don't. I appreciate you saying that because I think I had it blindly. So remember what I was just saying, trying to find yourself. You as a person are on the outside looking in. You knew that, but yet we've had all these conversations. We never spoke about that or you've never told me that. But I think I just always had that and I never knew what it was or how to feel or embrace that. So meeting her and her being like, you need to be, like you are sometimes and then you're not sometimes. How do you do this, but you don't do that? But these are the same things. So it's contradicting. So it kind of made me reflect or mirror in on myself and go, well, why am I doing that?
Right.
And what's the reason for that? And then trying to like attack that, you know, and go offense on that and be like, damn, if I fix that, I could be a better person for her or the next one or so on and so forth, or even my friends or my family or a pet, you know, like whatever it is that you choose to do, you know?
I think, I think for me, I think it's like, I'll ask this. What do you think intimacy plays in a role in your relationships? Like for me, I'm learning to be more intimate with like my guy friends, which is like just like sharing more and like just being like more open and like being
saying,
more.
Hey, bro, I love you. Don't mean it gotta be no type of way, but it's like it's expressing that like I value you as a person.
Right.
And here we are. We've been friends for how long now?
Oh man, I can't.
Okay, so whatever
years.
that time is allotted, you know, we've never been like, hey man, like on a not so much like a sexual like level, but it's like, I appreciate you as a person and a friend, and I value you.
Yeah,
you know, but embracing that, being like, but telling more people, maybe even if I don't know you, maybe someone holding the door, like, hey, thank you, I really appreciate you, and just like I said, being more empathetic, or just valuing somebody for doing something, but really meaning it and trying to take that feeling that I have and give it to them so they can spread it to someone else.
Right,
In a more reflective light.
I think like for me,
I used to never do that. I think I'd always kind of, you know, thanks. Like you just throw someone a thanks or a thank you
for empathy,
but
right?
Do you really mean it? Are you really saying it like you mean it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely
conducting that power of which is behind those words when you say it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one thing that she taught me, bro, is words, the power of words. Do you really know how powerful words are?
Oh, I do, more than anybody in this this room. I think
you do, because I'll say that you, Jason King, have very wonderful wordplay. Your wordplay is excellent, my friend. Yes, a 10 of 10.
Boy, I have to tell you, boy, if you cross me though, I am a fucking 30
Zingers,
out of 10,
bro.
dude. I fucking just go ham,
dude. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Those, my friends, are called word daggers.
Yeah, definitely just loaded.
Just little.
Yep.
Right in the man. Little jiggers, dude.
That's fucking funny. Yeah,
with a J. Them motherfuckers will.
Yeah,
they
hurt
you.
They hurt.
And they're not deep enough to like make you bleed like out internally, or
but just
out,
like
but
really
like,
make you
just
think.
Just
like shudder.
Sure.
I think like man, the only I'm trying to think of women who've put me on tilt.
Do that.
Like
how
that.
can I put you down instead? Like I don't want to put no one
man,
down.
I never in my life I've never been like, how can I put you down?
Not down, but like I want to hurt you for hurting me.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm gonna hurt you.
I want to show you my hurt
maximum
through my words.
Yes,
not
and that is so bad. That is so unhealthy. That is so unhealthy. Like I am so fucking guilty of like I am so fucking hurt right now.
Of it
I'm gonna fucking just I'm gonna fucking Uzi you with these words. The worst. I am the worst. I am sorry to all of my ex-girlfriends.
I apologize on a personal level to each one. Dude, a Ric Flair Nature Boy one time.
How about this? How about like well, you're not really like pursuing anybody. You're not really kind of doing
I kind of just leave it
anything.
open, if that makes sense. Like I cross paths with people, I dabble, I flirt, I do my thing in and out of like, you know, like my industries and things like that. But like, I want to focus on myself to try and get to where I want to go on a more like connective level of myself. So then that's why I said like, so I can give back in a different way, man. Like I still feel like I have things to work on. And that's what that accident brought out, was it shined that light where I was like, you know, man, I don't think I was in tune with myself as I thought I was. And I think I still have a lot of growth to go.
Yeah,
like
man,
a lot. And
I
whatever
think,
that time is cool. If someone crosses paths with me in between, then that's where that like, you know.
Well, I think that's exactly why I got out of my last relationship, was like realizing, one, I'm unavailable to give myself to this person at this time because of some other shit, you know, there's some emotional shit that's super healthy. Yeah, but at the same time, I think it's
healthy for saying it or realizing it.
But having that,
because to just sit there in a relationship and kind of be a part
there is
like,
the worst.
Well, for both of you, man.
Well, you're killing both of you. You really are killing both of you.
And also the people around you too, whether you think so or not, because they're affiliated with that when you go places.
Bro,
and do
that's
things.
What I'm just feeling now. It's like, oh yeah, I have an entire group of these people that are also involved in this. And that was the most heartbreaking part, dude, was I had to sit down and tell these fucking people, hey, this is the deal. And this is what it is. I'm at. And like God bless, like all of them, they're all super, they love me. And they're like, we love you. Like we care about you. Like we don't care, you know, whatever, like, you know, that's whatever fine. But it's like, you know, we love you. Like when we want to take care of you. I was like, oh my God, thank Christ. You know, the last time I did this, they were very upset with me. They were like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jay?
Jason.
What are you doing? This is what you want?
You're shooting bricks out here.
Okay, just smash everything. So
what do they say? Throwing rocks at a glass house,
dude,
man.
I was fucking
I'll shatter this motherfucker.
I burn it after.
That's my problem. I will burn it down to the ground. That's
but I need someone who will go okay and step outside and let me smash it and burn it and be like, okay, let's go build another one now. And I'll go, okay,
I got you.
All right, let's go. You know, that's what I need. You know, that's who I need. Is someone who's gonna be like, you done?
Yeah, good. You got it out. Cool.
Let's go.
Because sometimes you gotta.
You got it. Yeah, you got it. And like the way I grew up,
says it builds up.
And the way I grew up with like no parents, like it's just like it's so wild. It's wild. And then like to expect people
if you
to
think about it,
understand
you've been
anything
yourself for a while. Well, and no one's ever going to understand your experiences
Here's the
like
thing,
that
I've
except
been
for you.
myself since I was 13.
Isn't that crazy?
And that's the
Yeah,
hardest
I've
part
been
to
probably
realize
around there,
that is
yeah.
like, oh, you're this guy. Okay.
But it's when did you embrace that? And it's like almost like every
Only
couple
recently.
years, what took so long? Get with the program.
Oh,
And not you,
geez.
but like me, bro.
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
saying that, metaphorically speaking, like I feel like I'm getting with the program at 31.
Right.
But I don't think that you can compare yourself to other people or things that are going on. I think the fact that if and when you find yourself or you come to terms with whoever you are as a person, inside and out,
Yeah.
that's when you start living. I'm just now starting to live, bro. I've had experiences. I've gone through my things that have helped shape me to where I am.
Right.
But now I finally feel in tune with myself of what I want to do, where I want to go, what I need, how to get there, what I need to cut off, what I need to add on, what I need to do, what I need to put into my body, what I need to read, what I need to drink, and all those things. And in balance.
Mm.
That's one word I really embrace is balance, dude.
Mm.
I think it's okay to indulge in this, but then also in that. But you got to make sure that there's a ratio there.
Right.
Because you can't always 100% this. You get burnt out. It just
right.
I do it all the time. Dude.
I think it's like you gotta manage your time, manage your energy.
Bro, sometimes
I think
you gotta
that's
flow.
important. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, fuck, dude. I think that like all that shit's right.
Well, and then learning all that, and then now with the pandemic, because you said you want to touch on that. I have tried to embrace everything. When does life ever say, hey, man, go home and take time to yourself? Figure it out. Get it together.
I mean, now.
It could be a negative for some people. Yeah. But
this made me really like the pandemic made me really like. It took away. It literally took away every single one of my outlets, all of my creativity, killed my job, killed my dream. And then it took literally everything dying around me to go, I should look into myself.
Yeah, man.
Just like,
isn't that great though?
Maybe it's the greatest thing that's ever happened.
All the dark clicked off or clicked on, however you want to say that.
Yeah.
And there was that 1%, 99% dark, 1%. Where is that? Let me go there.
Yeah.
That's where the sweet spot is, baby.
And that's where it is.
That's working out for you, or it has gotten to the light.
It's helped me
Everyone's life's
realize a lot of important things in my life. It's helped me realize
what stuff means to you.
Value
and how to feel for evaluate yourself. You step out of your, you kind of
just remember how, like, for me, like learning like people's feelings are very precious. Learning that like they're irreplaceable, like those are things that are like intangible.
One thing you said 10 years ago can still have an emotional effect on someone to this day. That falls back into what I was talking about earlier.
How do you want to leave people?
How do you want to leave people, man? What's the last text you sent the person? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that it hit home. It was heavy, you know, and I was just like, that's how I think about it now. Is like we leave a carbon footprint on people's emotions or their bro. Yeah, man. It's like you leave an impression on people, whether you think so or not. And I feel like I've always had that with people, but I never knew what it was. To me, it was always a weird like entity or an energy that I had. And I'm like, why do people gravitate towards me? And I hate it. And I used to push it off and it came even more. And now that I've learned to take that on, it's worked in a positive light for me. That's why I'm running with it. Yeah. And I use that as a form of fuel, in my daily life, every go-to, but
I think you got a bright energy. I think I got a bright energy. I think people like to be near me or they fucking hate me. But
the hate attracts them still too.
That's
so
the funniest part. It's like a buzzard.
They love to hate you, but there's still love there even behind the hate.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's always love behind the hate.
Yeah, you got a good light, bro. I think people are attracted, regardless of either one. They're always going to gravitate towards you. But what is that gravity that pulls them?
Right,
and that's what I'm trying to work as my moneymaker. That's my magic. That's what makes me or you. Yeah, man.
All right, man. Well, let them know where they can find your stuff. Let's do it.
Yeah, you can go on BGO. That's Instagram's Bradley Grote Official. I am the official Brad Grote. There is only one entity of myself. I am the one and only. I occupy myself and my matter and my space.
Guy's a fucking sovereign citizen over here.
I come from outer space. I am a robot. Shout out to Grandma's Boy. Dude.
What up?
Yeah, man. But no, for real.
Dude, always a pleasure having you.
Jason King, I appreciate you, brother. We've been trying to do this for a long time. We said some freaky deaky shits. We said some real shit. We said some
it's gonna be great.
Some meaningful stuff. Everything was freestyled. It was from the heart. We just talk about what we do. I appreciate you having me. I love you, brother. You're the man, dude. We've known each other for a long time. We go through ups and downs, but one thing I appreciate and value as a person is we can always talk about real life.
Dude,
and
absolutely.
that's what I think really matters when it comes to friendships and stuff. Even Mr. Dillon, shout out to the producer one time, dude.
Even he jumped in, yeah.
Yeah, but he jumped in. But what I mean is like just meeting real people and being yourself around them. I don't think people allow people to be themselves. I'm weird, bro. I think a lot of us are weird, but we can't be weird because it's not normalized. I don't think there's a normal, man. The new normal is just who you are and how you want to be, as long as you conduct yourself with respect. So.
The new normal is acceptance.
Acceptance.
Right.
Accepting people for who they are, man.
Right.
And I think that means a lot, bro. Like you may not like certain things. I think I briefed earlier, but you can still accept someone for who they are, regardless of where they're coming from or where they're going.
Inclusivity. Absolutely,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I love you too, man. It's great to see you. Likewise. Good to have you on here. This is like a lot of, it's a lot. So they're going to get a lot. Yeah. They're going to get a lot. You're going to get waiting and they're going to get a lot. Yeah, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we'll do it again soon. I don't know when, but we'll figure it out.
We'll make it work. I appreciate you.
Well, I'll see everybody next time. You know how much I care about everybody and love you all. So check me out everywhere at Jason is Up.
Check them out.
Check me out.
Chickity, check yourself.
Don't forget, we got a Spotify playlist with the song of the week. Look me up. Jason Kingsful's destroying my studio. First fucking time.
Move.
Wow.
There we go. This is loose.
So then we'll check in with you guys soon. All right, we'll see you.